So Avon, I gotta tell you a dad joke.
What is it?
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
John, maybe you should stick to payroll.
Well, or at least stick to the MoneyWise FAQs.
That would be a good idea.
Good afternoon, Sean. How are you today?
I'm good, Bobby. How are you?
Pretty good. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how we can advise some businesses or clients what to do whenever an employee forgets to clock in or clock out.
Yeah, this is such a great question, Bobby. It has a lot of kind of deep connected issues, right? If an employee forgets to clock in or clock out, you're, depending on your time system, you're gonna show way too many hours, right? You might show that an employee has been clocked in for 24 hours. You might calculate overtime that you weren't expecting to clock in, or to calculate because this employee's been clocked in. It also may mean that you don't have, in some industries where you want an accurate head count of who's in the building, who's working right now, you wouldn't necessarily have that accurate head count. It also means that the employee's not going to get paid correctly because, again, their time's not right. Either going to get paid too much or they're going to get paid too little if they didn't clock out. And some systems won't allow you to clock out if you're not clocked in. So you could end up with 2 missed punches if you forget to clock in and then try and clock out, and the system won't allow you to do it. So yeah, this is kind of a big problem.
How does geofencing affect any of that? Does it alert the business if someone leaves the area?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question too, right? So a lot of mobile timekeeping systems will allow you to say a person can only clock in or clock out if they're in a particular area. This is often used with construction sites. We sometimes see it at large properties where maybe you're specifically have folks doing maintenance over a couple of different buildings, but we also see it in standalone buildings, right? You want to know that your employees are clocking in and clocking out when they're actually on property. In terms of geofencing and alerts, most of the common systems will allow an alert if an employee isn't clocked in or clocked out to schedule, right? So if you're using a system that allows you to input the employee's schedule or is connected to a scheduling system, it will alert you if an employee hasn't clocked in, say within 10 minutes past the start of their shift. That's one of the ways that some of these more modern systems with scheduling will allow you to catch easily that an employee hasn't clocked in, or at the end of the day may even be an alert if they haven't clocked out 15 or 20 minutes after their shift. That might be okay. Overtime might have been allowed, but you might not know it. In terms of the geofencing, you'll get an alert if an employee tries to clock in or clock out not in the right place. You'll know that the employee wasn't doing their job, or tried to clock in while they were still 10 minutes away, stuck in traffic. The systems will record that, so you'll know where they are.
And I think at the end of the day, everything can be adjusted. And the best advice to give to your entire staff is, if there's an issue, just let your manager know, your HR director, whoever. It can be adjusted and it will be fixed.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Those missed punches are the responsibility of both the employer and the employee. So if an employee forgets to clock in or forgets to clock out, first follow your company procedure, but certainly for most, clock in as soon as you remember or clock out as soon as you can, or send a message to your appropriate supervisor. And then we recommend for anybody who's responsible for time, whether that's a supervisor, a shift manager, a manager, that they review punches for the previous day, the new day, right? You want that the earlier you can correct these issues, any problem punches, the faster you can get it fixed, the less likely you are to have a long-term problem or to create a problem when it comes time for payroll. If you spend 5 or 6 minutes every day just looking to see, are there missed punches, are there folks that that didn't punch in according to schedule, you can make those corrections quickly and easily before they become a problem.
And even the amount of these that we find after a payroll has been processed or after the period ends, whoever approves the time finds it later, it's fixable.
It is still fixable, right? It takes more time on payday to go back and chase the employee down and say, hey, on Wednesday 2 weeks ago, it looks like you never clocked in. What time did you get to work? And then you've got an employee saying, well, right. So again, the earlier you can catch it, the better. The faster you can make the correction, the more accurate the correction is going to be. But yes, this time can always get corrected, even up to payroll processing day, so that it doesn't come to the payroll without these hours.
I think the big thing with clients is it seems so minimal, but it creates so much concern and worry. So this advice is going to be helpful.
Yeah, thanks for asking the question, Bobby.
Of course.
If you have questions about this or any other payroll-related matter, please feel free to check out our website or follow on our socials. And if you're interested in making a payroll change, please reach out to us directly.
Our website has an affordability calculator. You can enter in just a little bit of information and we'll get back to you with a quote. You can also give the office a call or schedule time to come in and speak with any one of us. Be more than happy to answer any questions you have.
My name's Sean.
My name's Bobby.
And this has been a MoneyWise FAQ.